That's it. Like Anna. Oh, well, shoot. Sorry, guys. I thought I had another 2 minutes. I'm Paulino B Michael, and welcome to the Flat Out Truth. To be honest with you, I'm trying to post a promo. Anybody that's been messing with TikTok has known that it's been glitchy, and so I've been trying to post this for about 20, 30 minutes. So that's what I'm working on right now. I guess I wasn't paying attention to Chelsey well enough. I gotta turn all this down. All right, here we go. So I guess I'll try to post this. It's a promo for this Wednesday, and the rest of the Wednesdays that will be happening at the end of every month. So for the last Wednesday of every month, we're gonna get Vika on here. Yeah, see, I'm way off center. See?
Yeah.
I have to be. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I don't know what to do about it, so I'm just gonna cut the on air off. Because I don't like being way over there. It feels weird.
So,
Yeah, we didn't fix it.
Yeah, so I have to fix that. Just that. We'll just adjust the
Yeah, because what it is, the camera, because she sets the camera. Like, we set the camera up, and then she puts me in the box. So she must have me off center compared to everything else.
It's my fault.
Yeah, TikTok is really bad today. Posts are not getting traction.
Yes, all weekend it was like that. Well, after Saturday, right, babe? So let me bring her all in. The clicker of all buttons, and we're just trying to manage this right now. Chelsey B Michael, she's amazing. She's under a little bit of stress when it comes to all this too. And even me, I mean, like, I probably did the most artwork for promotions today more than any other time. And it happens to be on the, when TikTok's acting up. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, but it is what it is.
That suspect tonight is demons versus aliens.
It is demons versus aliens. That's right. Yeah, I did a promo for, I did so many promotions because today is, well, it had ended now, but it was first quarter moon Shabbat. Anybody wants to know what that is? It was the 8th day of the 11th month of a biblical calendar. This aligns with scripture. So I am responsible for blowing the shofar or letting people know. So that's what I do. So I had to post it at like 8 different platforms, our own platform, like all of our, I think I didn't even do our platform, so I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
I forgot. There's like so much to do. We always say like there's so little time to do it. Yeah. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to get everything all set. Yes, and I am trying to post this right now. It's about our guest speaker for Vika. Vika's basically going to be a co-host the last Wednesday of every month. So that's pretty cool. If you guys know who he is and his work, it's an amazing opportunity for us. He reached out and said, hey.
Yes, we talk about all sorts of topics. Once we get to 10K taps, we open
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
Fix that.
Yeah. So, like, it was like one of the main things, though, like, once he reached out, I mean, it was funny because we were already talking about moving our time to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll go from 5 to 8. It'll help with our lives, the children, getting them to bed. And I don't know, maybe give people time to listen to us on the commute back home when they're getting out of the work here in the U.S. And then it helps people in the U.K. and other places where it's only 10 p.m. their time and not 2 or 3 in the morning trying to come and watch us.
Yep.
But
I think it'll be a little easier on everybody.
But it's funny because we mentioned it, and then that's when the next day he reached out.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even make that up. I mean,
No.
The next day he's like, "Hey, bro, you want to do and ask me or Vika anything on the Flat Out Truth the last Wednesday of every month?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like it was that quick. So we started. I made a promo video, a promo thumbnail.
Yep.
And the next day, and when I went to go send it to him, right before I hit the button, one came through on mine, and it was he did a practice one. He did a practice one on me. It was pretty funny, actually. Like literally within like the same few seconds.
It was hilarious. Like he's like, babe, look what happened.
Yeah, I was just about to hit the button. I was like, wow. So, yeah, that was pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. You want to keep them a little entertained just for like about 30 seconds.
All right. You get the spiel.
Oh, yeah. You might as well do that now.
Yeah. So, again, everybody coming in on no matter what stream you are, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, because the more you share, the more you spread flat out truth. That way we can plant seeds in all sorts of different places where we talk truth in all things, not just one.
That's right.
So we appreciate the support. We appreciate all the help that we're getting from everybody, helping us grow, reaching out to everybody. Everybody on TikTok, make sure you're tapping. Once we get to 10K, we actually open up the panel for discussion with everybody. And tonight's topic is demons versus aliens.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
I think it'll be a good one. We had a discussion the other day, and we posted some clips about it. And
yeah, like we have demon face syndrome. We went into
demon face syndrome. Yep.
Yeah, we went on tons of different things when it comes to this. Very interesting topic. And yeah, go ahead. I'll let you keep going.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and then we were talking about a lot of people, they believe in demons or they believe in aliens and things like that, but they might not necessarily believe in angels. So then, okay, if you believe in demons and aliens, what's the difference? Thanks for the heartbeat. Is there a difference? And what are the different types listed biblically? And what are the different types people just think of? So we have all that fun stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. Where's it at? Here. I even put in my little blurb that everybody likes. Do you believe in aliens or demons or both? Can you tell the difference between the whispers and the dreams? Or are you led into a dimension you probably shouldn't go?
Yes. Because like when it comes down to it, why are they different? What happens if they're the same thing? If demons are really just aliens, but then they change the narrative to make you think of outer space, right? And all that good jazz, it is another deception. And demonic spirits will come to you in any light that you want for control or just to lead you from the Most High. And that's like in the narrative when it comes to the Bible or biblical teachings. And there's different types of lower level demonic spirits, right? Mm-hmm. And they take many forms. And people have heard of the familiar spirit, right? That's somebody that it might be like the ghost of my grandpa, the ghost of your cousin, the ghost of whatever. And they're right on board with that. Very interesting. But then they'll believe in aliens or something instead. Or they don't realize that a demonic spirit will take over the image of somebody that you trust. And people go, oh, yeah, and then they can make you do wicked or evil things. That doesn't matter because these things don't happen in the biblical text the way they say, like your loved one doesn't come to you like that. So when you start to believe that, it's just taking you from the Most High.
Yeah, see, Frogs even said that's happened to me. So she had that experience.
Yeah. They will come in the form that you're looking for. If you like aliens, well, guess what? They're going to come as aliens. If you want to see loved ones that have passed on or passed, no longer alive, that's what they're going to show you. That's how they're coming. So you almost give them the power how to sway you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I'm almost done.
All right. Yeah, she said she had no face, took the form of her mother who had passed on. Yeah, I think that, honestly, I hear it from a lot of people. A loved one usually, obviously, but they've even had where we were talking about ghost stories and things like that, yep. Where they see a child or an old woman and the story persists. And this is what's kind of funny about it is like, why do you go someplace and then experience it? It's like maybe you just have the experience, but a lot of times with that, people have heard the rumor and then they experience the same thing because they've heard the rumor.
Yes.
Like you actually have some interesting stories that we've heard from both family and friends. And you have to kind of, I guess, feel it out because some people think they're for good. Some people think they're not. But it is listed in the Bible, if you've read it, that they do indeed demonic spirits come as familiars.
Yeah, so there's different types, right? You have one that's the evil possession, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, these are the lower ones. Then you have the familiar spirits, right?
Right.
And then you have the embodied spirits. So like those are all different things that they take you over in a different way. Some are just manipulating you and guiding you, and some can torment you, right?
Right.
Into submission. And that's really what it's all about. And it can come to like the doubt. Anytime they can make you doubt the Most High, they're doing their job.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
so
sense.
they don't even have to make you do evil things. They just have to get you not to believe in the Most High or the biblical text, because now that's part of your shield, is understanding what's in the text. And you can go back into the Greek and the Septuagint, and you can go a different Bible you want, Ethiopian and all these things. But if you don't believe in any of those Bibles, then you don't have the armor no more.
Yeah.
You're moving through this world in ignorance.
Yeah, I would agree.
Leaves you open.
Yes, and like we've had this discussion with people. It's like for example, natural remedies. They're not really a bad thing. They're good. They're helpful.
It's
right?
for entertainment purposes only.
For entertainment purposes
advice.
only. Yeah, but then you have ones that a lot of people like to say, open your mind, and I think that's a very dangerous thing to do. Just in my personal opinion.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Yeah, it's like, what are you opening to? Are you opening to good things? Are you opening to bad things? Or are you opening to both? And I think, some people think they have the power to direct it. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But it's playing with fire, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, because what happens is, like you said, what do you open yourself to? And they're going to manipulate you right there. If you already believe them, then you don't believe the biblical text, right? Because you have this experience, or this believable experience that you have, and it's not in the text. So that means if that's not in the text, then the whole text is gone. It's no good. Does that make sense? Right when they get you from not thinking of that, you're already like, now you're going to start doubting the biblical text.
Yes, and we've even said, it's like, if you're reading the biblical text, or if you go into extra biblical texts, like, you cannot take anything that does not agree with the Bible. If it doesn't agree with the Bible, thanks for the heart me, throw it out. It's not part of it. Like, for example, like, we're actually reading a text right now. I'm reading with a group, and it's they call it an extra biblical text. It's called Legend of the Jews. But to be honest, I think some of it the parts that go along with the Bible, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. It's a little extra information. But there's a lot of it that's in there that it's completely contradictory in the Bible, and you can find the verses that don't agree with it. And it's just, to me, those parts that you can't count them. You can't count it as I mean, clearly it's not canon, but you can't even take it into account. You posted it?
Yeah, I just posted
He's working on a post for the news. So we've got some more people in. So everybody coming in, including Joanne. Here you go.
Yeah. That's what I was posting. That's right, here on the Flat Out. Boom.
Yep.
The last Wednesday of every month.
Yep. So our shows will be at 4:30.
You can talk.
Okay. I'm just letting him soak it in. Join. Yes. So yeah, but we're excited. So this week he might do a pop in just to announce it with us, and it will be, you guys, our 100th show. Yay.
Yes, this is our 100th show.
This is our 100th show.
Can't even make it up.
Yeah, can't make it up. So he's gonna maybe pop on, just kind of announce it. He can stay or go as he wants. But the following Wednesday, at the end of the month in February, he'll have Ask Vika Anything right here, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah.
He's a really cool guy to talk to. Now I can get back to normal. I feel like once you get out of this, man, you guys don't even realize each thing I had to post like 8 times.
Yeah.
And I had to rewrite, I had to resend it out to everybody. It's like, it is what it is, right?
When is
it's
Ask? Work. Dude, you had. He says, when is Ask Paulino Anything? We just had one.
Yeah, we just had one.
You asked questions.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, Joanne, why are you asking that?
Yeah, that's funny.
Joanne, why are you asking that?
All right, there's a repeat of it. Yeah, we're going to be doing those still too. So we're going to have Ask Me Anything. I mean, I'll be contributing to that, Ask Me Anything with Vika. Vika will probably, go back and forth. So it'll be fun. It's going to be a fun time.
I think so too.
A lot of knowledge. It's going to be fun. And He's a rock star, man. That's what he is. I mean, he does a really good job. Really, it's an honor. Really, it is to be chosen this quickly, even. And this will help. He push us. He wants us to get big, and I appreciate that.
Yep.
He likes what we do here, and so it's an amazing thing.
More seeds to plant.
Yep, more seeds to plant, man. And he doesn't take bull crap.
No.
I don't like bull crap. Oh, thank you for the heartbeat, Paulino. You're like our biggest fan. Your show is awesome. Thank you. I put amazing instead. It popped up. So it must be amazing. Maze. All right, where are we at in the taps?
We're at...
I didn't even repost.
Where'd it go? 7,000.
Oh, we're almost there.
So we
All
got
right.
3K to go.
I'm just trying to get everything out, and then I always share this, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, the whole TikTok thing was wild, guys. Like, I went on Fred's live, and I went on somebody else's live. I couldn't gift them.
Oh, yeah.
All my
Thanks
coins
for the
were
heartbeat,
gone.
Marcus.
Anybody else have that where all your coins were zeroed out, and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, so anybody not on the TT world, this is up-to-date news, is they had the whole TikTok thing because it's a company owned from China. They're like, hey, you can't do that. It needs to be U.S. owned. So they were selling, buying, all that fun stuff. And the official switch over was this weekend.
And you can tell.
So
It did not go smoothly.
Yeah, it did not go smoothly. But as somebody who is part of testing in changing over things and software, it wasn't broken, so I guess that's better than nothing. But yeah, it's been a little crazy. We had some issues with our accounts. We even talked to all of the people we know, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's totally been issues."
Yeah,
so
our agency kind of helped us out on that.
Our agency did help us out on that, and so we would just want to let everybody know it'll calm down.
All right,
eventually.
I'm back. Now I can tap. Now I'm gonna help tap you guys. Tap,
Sweet.
tap, 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 tap.
Yep. So almost at 8, and then like I said, at 10K, we'll bring everybody up for open panel, and we'll have our discussion of demons versus aliens.
Yeah, I just kind of get sick of that too. Like, I don't know how these people, Christians, and then you got truthers, and you have these different people. They can't put 2 and 2 together to get 4. They get 2 to 2, and they go, "Oh, it's I don't know, question mark, aliens." Alternate dimensions, people past the ice wall, all these different things. It's just so interesting to me. Different dimensions, Mandela effect. Yeah, it's so weird. Once you throw those together, it's over 93,000.
93 million. That's a little much.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think you're right about it in the sense of people when they go truth diving, right? When you're going down the rabbit hole. They, I think, struggle with consistency because you find this new thing and that new thing, and most people hear it here, hear it there. They don't do the research, they don't read it for themselves, and so they go by somebody else's word. And just by doing that, they somehow fit it into their own schema of how the world works.
Yes.
Like, for example, we talk about the FE. Some people of FE believe in the Bible. Some people don't. If you don't believe in the Bible, okay, you believe in a creator. You don't believe in FE, you believe in space. Okay, you can believe in aliens. There's something in the world out there. We have Star Wars. And so you have to keep consistent with whatever your belief is. But if you believe there's FE, that we can't get out of the firmament, it doesn't make sense to have aliens. So then they make up dimensions that we really haven't proven. And then if you go to the Bible, okay, how do you have aliens when the Bible says there are no such thing? Then you have to have demons. So, but then people talk about, oh, we have demons, but I don't believe in the Bible.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, but just keep it consistent. That's all I ask.
Gum. Sorry, I forgot about gum. Yeah. And then some people believe in both. I mean, I don't know.
Believe in both.
And they go against both of them, actually.
Yes.
It's like really interesting. But yeah, an enemy will come to you the way you want him to come to you. It is will. You give them the key to your mind, and the key to all that. Like relationships, if a woman wants a good-looking guy, she's gonna fall for that, regardless of whatever else he is. He could be a horrible person, bad attitude, whatever. But she'll overlook it at first for the looks, because that's what she's looking for. Maybe she's looking for money, she'll overlook his looks and everything else until that comes to the realization that it's just all a facade, right?
Yes.
So Very interesting. Let's tap away. Let's get to 10K so we get some people up here. But yeah, we were on Joanne's live, and it kind of got into that, because like somebody will say, "Oh no, they're elementals." Oh no, they're not. They're just the fallen angels. Oh no, that's not true. This other thing's fact, and I don't know how somebody can say that's a fact that there's elementals. How can you have a fact that there's elementals? A fact, like a pure fact.
You'd have to show one. You'd have to have one.
It's just a theory or it's just a belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you can prove there's elementals. Oh, because they were written. Okay, they were written by who? A guy, a man, way back then. Okay. But you said the Bible's not real because it's written by men. Okay, the Bible's not good because it's written by men. Okay. But did you see the Sumerian text and the Egyptian on the wall? That's real. But who wrote that?
I was going to ask. I was like, do we know anything that hasn't been written by men?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Just saying.
I don't think so, but I mean, they can be inspired by an entity, right? And some is God, and some are demonic. Some are fallen angels. What's the difference? But I think it's funny that people will say the Bible's not real because it's written by men, but they'll believe the legends of Gilgamesh that was written by men, the Sumerian text, the Anunnaki, the Egyptians, the Greek, which were all men.
Yes.
But they'll believe all that. It just gets very confusing for me as a truth seeker to actually see somebody else as a truth seeker.
Yeah, and that's why even Joy in the chat, she's like my math teacher in junior high school always said, show me the work.
Yeah, show me the work.
That's why I have so much respect for all of the people that go out and take their own videos, that do their own math, that do their own research. I can't claim the people that only go by math because, again, you have to prove it in reality, the thing that actually exists.
Yep.
But it is, I have respect for them. They go in the real world and they go, here's evidence, here's observation, here's proof, here's the thing that you asked me to show. But most people are like, here's a video.
Yep.
And this is a guy explaining how things work. And it's like, okay. Like, even we do that. That's what we say. Hey, we're explaining how this works. Now, here's the place where you can go and do your own research. Go look.
For sure. That's for sure. I'm just trying to get all these streams going.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like I said, it makes me confused. See, I'm almost stuttering. I don't stutter a lot. Because like, it doesn't make sense. Oh, I don't believe this. And you go, well, what about that? Well, yeah, that's different though. Why? Because the government told me. The government you just told me lied. I get all confused. So the government lies about, spas. This is for entertainment purposes only. Love you, TikTok shop. But you just said they lied because of NASA. Government. Okay. Now I gotcha. They do lie, but only with that. Okay. Yeah. But CERN, did you hear they're going through all these dimensions? But it's just like NASA. They're the same people. Yeah, but that one's real. Well, why? It's just like, none of it makes sense to me. Mandela effect. It's so real, man. Oh, yeah. They go back in time. This is what I want to do. I want to build this way to go back in time and change the name of underwear. That's not what I would do with the time machine. I would not go back and change underwear or kids' books. Would you?
I would not. I'd pick something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anything. Lottery numbers.
I know. We did personalities last Friday, and my personality would want to do something nice and change the world.
Yeah, I just like it's just like mind-boggling.
She said they're only buying Gregorian days. All right, we're at 10K.
All right, let's bring somebody up.
All right, so go ahead and request stuff if you want to join an open panel.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, guys, I was like trying to get that whole Vika thing out. I wanted to get it out today. Hey, I made my goal. I did not finish all the buttons. Those will be done tomorrow.
Oh, shoot.
So I have to do something tomorrow with, I got to get Gabby's done and JJ's done. There's a couple of them that we want to put up in here.
We want this one and...
So we'll see what she's doing here. All right. Because you might stick to this one for the most, I guess. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we're going to try this out.
Uh-oh. She's got to go get the bebes.
Yeah.
She's not happy.
I will not be ignored.
Yes, yeah. It'll be easier, we think, with the 5 to 8. We'll see. Because that's when she wants to go to bed is around 8.
Yeah.
So that'll make it easier for Chelsey.
Yep. Okay, all right. I got that set. And then I need...
Welcome, Joanne.
...to set this. All right.
All right, so now we're ready. But, yeah, I get really confused, Joanne. These people are like, they believe this person lies about this, but not about that.
There's not consistency. I think that it's not.
They don't believe.
They can word, but it's like
not.
I don't want to be foolish. I don't want to seem foolish when in fact the inconsistencies.
Right.
Proof of foolishness. Oh my God! I spent too much time with that man.
Yes. I just think it's funny though. Like when somebody's inconsistent, it's bad. Oh, the Bible's not real. It's written by men. And I think it's funny because they always say that King James he didn't write anything. He didn't write any of those 2 books. He paid somebody to write them, and I don't care what he was. That has nothing to do with it. Even if an evil man tells you the sky's blue, it's still blue. Even if you don't like the rest of it. Even if he pays somebody to tell him what it is, and they go, "Yeah, the sky's blue," it's still blue. This ups and downs of like what they choose to believe, even as true seekers or biblical people or just Christians or whatever you want to call them. It just makes it interesting to me that they can't believe the Bible because it's written by men, but then they believe all the other texts that are ancient, like Sumerian texts, whatever, which were written by men.
And I think they get caught up between what the world thinks of what they believe and what their soul and spirit tells them.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting? They'd rather listen to what they believe is an ancient alien than they would that's God. Weird. So why would they believe that instead? It doesn't make sense. That's true. That's right. There's no moral law. Good point. That's a good one. Look at that. Even from outside the studio, she has it. Very interesting. But the Anunnaki is really just repeating what it said in the Bible. There's a book that I don't know if anybody's heard of it. The Chariots of the Gods. That's what started ancient alien theory out. Very interesting book. We actually have an original copy somewhere. I don't know if it's in here. It should be in here somewhere in our little library. Hope it's not in the garage because I'll never find it. Not until we move, at least. That would be really hard one to find. It's not that big of a book neither. It's like yay big.
Well, it's behind you somewhere.
Small. Paper book. Oh, it is? Yeah. But that's like the guy's like, well, what happens if we change angels into extraterrestrials and them flying with spaceships? Instead of God, it's an alien. Yeah, you just changed the whole story. Of course it's going to be different. It's pretty interesting. Hey, what's up, Marcus?
Good evening.
Good evening. Could be a grand evening. I'm going to say Nick because Grand Rising Sun or anything. Oh, no, he's gone. But yeah, this is a very interesting topic. We had just got into it a little bit with Joanne's thing, but I've heard this so many times where people don't believe in God, but they believe in aliens, or they don't believe in, they never really believe in angels, but they'll believe in demons, which is weird. Or that
That's
the
the
evil
world doing a good
spirits.
job at propaganda.
Yes, for sure. And most can't tell the difference between an angel spirit and then an evil spirit. I mean, I guess it can be hard. That's why you got to have something to gauge it.
Certainly.
You know, like the biblical text or the understanding of God. Yes, that's the discernment we need. Because even if it does nice things for you or guides you to do nice things, but that starts to lead you away from the biblical text or the understanding, then it's doing an evil work. You got any thoughts on that?
Yes, of
Marcus?
course. It's a complicated topic. The way you phrase it, it seems kind of one-sided because both words it's like a definition word. So you would have to define what either one is, and then have to figure out the differences between them. But even without that, it's difficult to discern between the concept of alien, which is like an other and unknown, and anything spiritual and physical that is almost equally as unknown, right? And same for anything else that you wouldn't be as familiar with.
Right, but if they say aliens, they're, and they're speaking of outer space and going to different planets. That that's one thing, I guess, but they're still saying alien. But the mindset of what they think an alien is different than biblical. So even if you think, not you, but if people believe that, like say these other biblical things are in a different realm or dimension, we'll say, that still has a different meaning behind them if they're angels or Nephilim spirits or demonic spirits from the Nephilim, than it does if they're an alien from like a different planet or whatever.
The
rules
it doesn't
change.
change that much because on a human level, you kind of automatically understand, life cycles. So if the information does not involve or modify a life cycle, you then what would be the purposes of any alien thing as a career mutates and automatically from being created. So what is the mindset, as you described, is
all right. I got most of that. You started gurgling again. This guy's got to get this fixed. Man, he has so much insight, and especially this one. I was like, man, I should have prayed over this one. Marcus's phone work, the mic work, please. But I did hear what you're saying. Yeah, but I mean, I get it to like in some instances it's almost the same. It's pretty close. But then when you go into like the rules or the moral part, they totally can be different because an alien isn't following like any commandments or any laws written by the Most High. They're seen more as scientists, I guess. From what I always see about aliens, they always treat them like they're scientists or something. Experiments on us,
they wouldn't be seen as a caretaker or being responsible for the well-being. So the purpose they get out of it or the benefit they get out of it, scientifically would have to be or servitude of some form.
Yes. So that makes it totally different. Any thoughts, Joanne?
Not yet. I'm still formulating opinions.
Yeah, it's like you said that there, like Chelsey said, there's no rules when it comes to the aliens. I mean, they can make their own rules because it's forced doctrine. Because if the aliens or these beings are more powerful than us and we can't hold them off or change them or protect ourselves, if that's true, then it's going to be whatever they want to put it in on it, right? I mean, that's what happens. Because now they're in charge, they got the force. So then they would put that in there, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. I have a hard time with aliens
outside of Hollywood because the book that I read tells me that they don't exist.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I don't cherry pick the book. So trying to be a fundamental Christian, it's really hard when you lived in the world your entire life. But what's hard is believing that there's no aliens.
Yeah, because they'll try to make the alien narrative. Like I said, they'll change an angel to alien, and then they think everything is okay.
It's blasphemy.
Yeah, they're like, they're like, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Hey, what's up? So, hey, what's up, Paul? Was that Bob?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to follow the panel here real quick. Catch up to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I caught the fundamental Christian part and the alien part, you know, and you know, I couldn't even say nothing, and you already accepted me when I was looking at her saying, "Use your eyes. What do you see?" You know, you know what I mean? Like if you stand here near a bar, what do you see?
Yeah.
So far, I haven't seen an alien or anything like it, but I have seen videos of it, and those things can be tempered. But what have you seen with your own eyes? You know, until you have anything other than that concrete evidence, your own eyes, you know, do I believe they're a lion mouse or my truthful eyes? It's basically it, you know what I mean? And until then, I'm gonna believe in my God.
Yes. Yes. But you know, we were talking about this before, like we've been on, you know, I've been on different lives and panels and stuff where they start talking about the Bible is not real because it's written by men. You know, it doesn't matter which Bible. They'll start trying to back it up a little bit on some of the older Bibles, right? But they'll believe the Emerald Tablets of Thoth or Sumerian texts, Gilgamesh, Anunnaki.
Right.
They'll believe all
they'll
that.
Believe anything that'll debunk, you know, and that's another point to it. Why do they fight so hard to debunk something, you know, that's fundamentally true? You know, and if that's what, you know, I don't fight nobody. I don't try to bend metal with my bare hands. You know what I mean? I just try to walk straight.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I totally get it. That's why, like here, you know, we just plant seeds. That's it. You don't want to believe it or do your study. Then
make sure you get
I'm out.
Make sure you plant them deep, because they will reap their rewards. That's right.
Yeah. We just did.
Some will be 1, some will be 10, some will be 100, some will be more than that. But those seeds that you plant, you're gonna bear fruit from them.
Yep. Yes. We just did a show called "What Soil Are You Made Of?" Yeah, and people are like, "What? Well, I mean, because if you're rocky and you're prideful, you're not going to gain anything. If you're not seeking the truth, you're just going to let the seed blow away, get dried up.
When you say if you're rock hard,
devil,
that you're prideful in a way, yeah, that's right. You're hard in character, that's for sure. You burn up in the sun real easy.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yep.
The second
or the devil comes swooping up. Right.
Today, my Bible study in the morning was about that. We were talking about that. And he goes, and so, sorry.
Oh, can you repeat that? Somebody donated something right in the middle of you talking, and it was in my ear.
We were talking about that in the earlier Bible study that I was having in the morning, and whether your seed is planted well into the soil, or if it's just tossed out. You know, if your faith itself is rooted deep or not.
Yeah.
You know, when you get shook or when you see something that, you know, confuses you in a way or whatever, that do you just fall away and go, okay, yeah, that's what it is? Or do you reinforce yourself with the word?
Oh yeah, for sure. It just seems like there's so much of the time where they want to think of something else because they don't want to change, right? It's easier to believe in an alien because there's no rules to that.
Yeah.
They'd rather do that.
Right.
Than actually study and change.
If you stand on a mountaintop,
very interesting.
No matter the highest peak around you, and you use your own eyes, what do you see? All you hear is what you hearsay, but what do you see? Right? And how many times has the Bible been proven that these are facts? What's written in there is historical.
Oh, yeah.
It's fact. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
His story.
Our story, right?
His story.
Amen.
Yes. All right, go ahead, Joanne. Go ahead, Joanne.
What I was saying is that we sit there and we can cherry pick. Todo mundo lo sepa. So we cherry pick what we want to believe. So the locations in the Bible have been proven to exist. So we know that's true. The people that wrote the stories for each chapter have been proven to have existed because they come up in the holy doctrine of other religions that refer to the Bible. So we know that these people existed, but then the miracles didn't exist, the angels didn't exist, and God wasn't a good guy. How make that make sense?
Yeah, it's easier for them to think that though. It's like we had that guy on I was talking to. It was on Bobby's live, and it kind of went on that. he started saying that he didn't believe in the Virgin Mary, that she was a virgin. And he tried to tell me that the Hebrew words that were used say that it just means that a young woman that has been married less than 3 years. And there's no way in the Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, any of that, no Aramaic, that tells you that that's the definition.
That's a rebukable offense,
you ever heard
in my
of that?
opinion. You put your lips together to say that, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's either the virgin. Are you either untouched or you're not? It's not you. Like you got you're 3 years into it and you're still considered that. No, that's not a word that you can change.
Yes. You know, it was really funny because I'll get to you right after I'm done, bud. It was really funny because I told him, I said, well, I go, your narrative is wrong. Like your whole understanding of that, there's two different words actually in the Hebrew, but they both mean the same thing. I go, but even if we go by your definition, you're saying it's 0 to 3. So how do you know she still wasn't 0? You're choosing to pick that she was 3. You see what I mean? Like even if you're saying that if she was not a virgin, but if she was married under 3 years, it wouldn't matter because she was a virgin at one point. So it's on to you to cast the other number out is what I'm saying is like, but you're choosing to do that. And it's like, but he was cutting me off, wouldn't let me talk and all that stuff. And it was like, when people are asking you a question and they start talking before you even, get to finish or anything, it's just really irritating. But,
well,
come on, bud.
here's
What's
the
up?
thing: is that Mary was, Mary was the mother of Jesus, right? And Jesus is considered the Lamb of God, right? So, did Mary have a little lamb then?
That's a good one.
And his fleece was white as snow because he was pure.
So
Amen. Look at you. Amen.
Yeah, that was a good one, bud.
You said
That was
it
a good
so
one.
straight face.
But it's like so weird. But then, you know what's so funny though is that the guy couldn't answer Kenneth when Kenneth kept asking him. Then who's the father of Yeshua? Jesus. Couldn't answer it. Then who's the father? Because and like he kept on saying, well, science says it takes a man and a woman, right? But God is no ordinary man. He's not a man. You can't compare that. How you compare it takes a man and a woman to make a child here, but that God is not us.
Made in his image, but we are not him.
He's above us. He's different.
Is the word. Omnipotent, omnipresent.
Omnipotent.
What?
I can't even say that.
Okay, human. I'll say we. I'll throw myself in a bunch, even though I overstand. We tend to try to put our understanding, our mentality into what God is. You understand? And I say when I speak what I'm speaking, and we're edifying the word, I say our understanding, my understanding, and I say our because I throw you guys in a bunch too, as I do myself, that a grain of sand is us compared to all the beaches universally. Period. That's the knowledge of God. And yet you're trying to understand, and you're the grain. Right? You're fathoming only what the grain is. And that's our capability. That's it. We can only reach so far with our minds. And we want to put that understanding under what God is. And we can't, and that blows my mind that people don't see that. Omnipotent, omnipresent, powerful. That means he could come down. John 1, right? What's he say? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And if you open your book, I read KJV. I don't know what you guys read, but I read the KJV. And if you look in there, in the beginning, if you look at it, the word is capitalized, a capital W, meaning that was something, that was someone, the Word. Okay, it wasn't just a little W. The Word was God, and the Word was God. I and God are one. He says that, doesn't he? Amen.
Yes. Well, the thing is, though, see, like you don't even have to preach that to me because I already know. But I know. No, I'm saying that. No, this is the part I'm saying. It's not you. It's me. So the thing that I think is funny is that they'll cherry pick right? And they have no understanding of the whole biblical text. Like we'll never know it all. You know how it is. Every time you read it, you learn something new every time. But these people cherry pick their way out of the Bible.
You're under grace without works,
because they don't have the
and it's Sunday, and you don't have to follow all the commands. What is it? Love thy God with all your heart, and love thy neighbor, and that's it. And the rest is gone.
God is always going to love us, but when He removes the hedge of protection from us, have mercy on your soul. Is all I gotta say.
Yeah. And so when they start talking about aliens and stuff, like, you have people that you try that talk to you and they're trying to convince you that the Bible is just a book, but then they tell you that you ever heard of the Anunnaki? I go, dude, the Sumerian text is just a written story as well. And it's actually the same understanding as the biblical text. Anunnaki, fallen angels. You have the pre-Adamites, which are what they call them is primitive man. And then another ancient alien that's higher than them comes and makes modern man. Right. So it's the same story, man.
There are differences.
It's like, but they don't get it.
Story, they admit that they're not the creator. It's in the story. If you read it or if you witnessed it, because I watched it, I heard it on YouTube audio, and it admits that they're not the creator. And another coincidence is this: their ending story ends with the flood, and ours start with the flood. So there's coincidence. Okay. So and another, I'll make a third point to that. It says in our image. That means that image is universally known. That means the creator could have made them. Yes. Great. Whatever. That's possible. Just like he could have been, not could have been, but it was Jesus and is Jesus. You get it? Many possibilities are out there. We can't limit to say that aliens were this and that and the third. They had arms, they had heads, right? They had legs. Didn't they depict them as that?
Jesus is the physical manifestation of our creator. Earthly manifestation.
Amen.
Yeah, the Word.
Yeah.
The Word made flesh.
And they
the Word made
themselves
flesh.
That they weren't the creator, is what I'm saying. So our creator could have created them as well, is what I'm trying to say. You understand? And their ending story,
he did. They are the fallen angels. That would be them being created. Yes. And that's like, people didn't realize, like, anybody, like, I mean, they always made jokes about this, but like, if you had a plane and you flew over Africa, like in the 50s, they would see you maybe as a god, or in the 30s, because they didn't have that technology. If you had like a lighter that had a little, they're used to rubbing, and that's basically what they did. I mean, they wanted to be like the Most High. So all you do is you have these primitive people that worship you like you are the Most High for them. It's very interesting, but I don't get how they can't put that together. They'd rather throw the whole Bible out and believe the other part. It's really weird.
They lead one into another. I believe. Sorry about that, Joanne.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Joanne.
I was going to say the proof for Yahweh is in every single blueprint of every single creation on where we live. Like the trees and our lungs, our eyes, the irises, like there's constant repetitive patterns of the proof of our divine creation.
Even our breath, right, guys? Yahweh.
That we have? I don't know. Do you have one in the back of your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're different shapes.
I think everybody has one, right?
We all have one.
Don't they have their hair?
But they look just like the universe spiraling out, right?
Yes.
We're all part of it. Plants have it. Yeah, for sure. You hit it right on the nose, Joanne.
Yeah, there's so much. It's just like I don't get how they can protect something that is just misguided in manipulation of the biblical text. That's all it is. But they'll believe that, instead. But I think it's the laws, right? I mean, the rules or the obedience. They don't have those of it, the Anunnaki. They do whatever they want. Although you can still do whatever you want because we have free will.
Yeah, the difference.
But there'll be a judgment.
There was no free will. He demanded, and that was it. Supposedly, okay, in their story, right? That there was no free will. Our omnipotent God. We had our own will. That's why Eve went this way and Adam was here, and the condemnation happened, and they had to toil the soil. Correct? because they had the free will to do so.
Yes.
In the other story, there was no free will.
I'd love.
See, but in their mind, though, they don't count that anymore because they're gone. That's what I'm saying. If they can believe that was our creator, but they're no longer here, they have no rules now because their God or whatever is gone.
Oh, absolutely. Because
does that make sense? What I'm saying?
It says the traditions of old,
the
traditions of your forefathers, we will not follow. It's written.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, JJ? How you doing? Can you speak? Are you working?
Shalom, me homies.
You modding somewhere else? This is a guy.
Wonderful. Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm working, but I'm listening. I'm here. Got the headphones rocking. Yep. How was everybody?
Nice. Yeah, it's just like good. I just thought this was a great topic. I keep hearing everybody like dogging the Bible, but then they love the Emerald Tablets or the Anunnaki or the Gilgamesh story. Anything Atlantis, they'll take anything but the Bible, brother.
Oh, that dude was demonic.
Any other story.
You know, they're referring to the Bible, and then they still don't believe it. Like, what? Come on now.
Yeah. They say, or even FE people, cosmology, they'll say the firmament, which comes from the biblical text. So why do you guys keep saying that? You don't believe in the Bible, you know? So why do they keep using it? Oh yeah, all these cultures, they call it the firmament, blah, blah, blah. But you don't believe the Bible. You believe the Anunnaki. According to them, it's the ozone layer. You're back to space again. You're going back to space, and there's no dome. There's no, there's no anything. Oh, go ahead, bud.
It amazes me that, there's a verse in the scripture that says that they have a form of godliness, righteousness, but they deny the power thereof. Well, what's the power? The Word of God, His Son, the creation, they deny all that. But I think what is problematic is that people feel uncomfortable not knowing stuff. It's just simply as it goes. And so,
yes. So, I said, yeah. I disagree with you.
Sometimes you got to tell people, and you got to judge for yourself. But sometimes you got to say, you know what I'm about to tell you is going to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable with it. It's okay not to know or to question it. I just want you to consider it as a possibility, because sometimes we think we know everything, but we really don't. Have you ever had that in your life? And ask them. Oh, yeah. I say, so I'm about to share something with you. Do you think I'm a smart person, an intelligent person? Oh, yeah. All right, what I'm about to tell you may seem unreasonable, but it's something that I've done a lot of research on, and if you're interested, I can give you more information as you give them one thing at a time. Just see what they do with the one thing, then give them the next thing, because otherwise we get diarrhea of the mouth and it just puke on everybody.
Good.
Yeah. And it's really interesting about the whole like alien thing. I don't know. See, like I've done all the research, not all the research, a lot of research on aliens, just like I do everything else. And you got MUFON. You guys ever heard of MUFON? About the aliens, right? And people don't realize that one of the biggest things, like, so what they do is they investigate like extraterrestrial stuff. And this guy that was one of the biggest guys, because they volunteer, but they ship them everywhere. He came across some documents and found out some research that they were hiding from him and everybody else, is that there was like 19% of abductions that were stopped were held by one thing: somebody crying out in the name of Jesus and rebuking the aliens, and they would flee. But they hid it, because if they don't hide it, then all their funding's gone, because now they got to worry about, now it's demons and not aliens. And so that was a huge cover up. This guy ends up leaving it and talking about it. A really good show. There's good stuff on the YT with his interviews, but it's just really interesting. You go do the data, he was hiding it. And then he found some more research, and it ends up being like something like 40%. So it went from 19 to 40% at least were casted out by the name of Yeshua or Jesus. So that kind of tells you something. Were they demonic? Why would an alien run if you said the name Jesus or Yeshua? Why? Why would they run away? You would laugh. You seen. Yes, because like we've all seen these vampire movies. There's this one movie, I think it was in the '80s, called Fright Night, the original Fright Night movie. And there was this guy named, there was a character called Peter Vincent, and he had like a late night show, and he did vampire shows. And this teenager comes across a real vampire, so he calls the guy, and the guy thinks it's all fake, and he goes in there. And when he tries to challenge that vampire, he gets the cross and he bends it. He goes, "You got to have faith for it to work on me." And that's kind of like what it is. It's like these people don't understand, like, it doesn't really work like that. The name itself will cast things away. So I don't get where they're going with, like, they can't be aliens. There's no aliens. The alien would laugh at you. You can throw the Bible, you can throw anything you want at them, biblical, and these aliens would just laugh because why would they run from that? It doesn't make sense.
So
go ahead,
we
bud.
do a lot of deliverance. So we expel a lot of demons out of people. It's commonplace for us now. Okay, it's not. Oh, you need some deliverance? Cool. Well, let's go do it. Right? Most people have never done it, never seen it done. And if they've seen it done, they're like, "Oh, that doesn't look real." Maybe it seems false. But a lot of stuff, I'll look at some deliverance ministries out there on YouTube, and I go, "Yeah, it was fake as all get out." But a lot of that stuff is stuff that we deal with on a weekly basis, right? So most people don't realize the reason that you need to agree with the deliverance ministry in Jesus Christ is because it's a legal issue, it's an issue of covenant, it's an issue of legality. So if you think of a demon, let's say a believer has a demon in them, if you go, a person can't have a demon in them that's a believer, okay, you believe whatever you want, but we do this on a regular. The reason, because there's a legal transaction going on. They have had you as a home for a long time, and they're now squatters because you belong to Christ. So now you're handing them an eviction notice, and they're like any other squatter. They're going to fight it every tooth and nail that they can. They're even going to lie to you to try to keep you. Oh, you need me. If you let me go, you won't be as strong and powerful and smart. And some people go, oh yeah, and we'll go through hours of deliverance. People are struggling, and because we find out later on that demon lied to them, they made an agreement, and then we had to go through and deal with that agreement and re-break that agreement and then cast that demon out. So most people don't realize this, and unfortunately, not to bash my Christian friends, but people think because Jesus died on the cross, the law's been done away with. No, God is a legalist. Okay, and most people don't catch that. And if you don't want to believe that he is a legalist, then why would he call himself the just judge who will judge rightly the entire world? Because
the law is the law.
The law.
Yeah, you have to have rules.
And here's the thing: is that here's an interesting verse. It says, "Greater is He that is in you than he that's in the world." Most of us think that's talking about Christ, and I would say that's correct. Okay, but if a demon is in you, you are more susceptible to sin and violating the law because he's in you, because he's stronger in you than he is outside of you. And so what's going to probably happen, and this is my complete 100% opinion, okay? But keep in mind the rule of thumb here. I'm always right, I'm the best looking, and I'm humble, okay? So this is what I think is going to happen. Because we live in a closed system, nothing in, nothing out. Where are these aliens / demons coming from? And they're around. So, and what's interesting is, I think what's going to happen is they're going to come in there, a little ship, all that kind of stuff, say we're aliens. Oh, by the way, we have in our planet, even though they haven't left Earth, our planet, we've achieved peace, it's a tranquility, and this is how we did it. We actually got digital stuff in our hands or in our forehead, so we could download information and make the world a better place. We're more peaceful. We're one. We're in unity together. And remember, it says in the last days, some will depart from the faith, the definite article. Okay, so the true faith of Christ. Okay, and but they're listening to the teachers and the doctrines of demons. Well, if demons are aliens, they're going to be listening to the teachings and the instructions of aliens. And we love our technology. And that's nothing different than what happened when the 200 watchers came and taught us war, makeup, different type of herbal stuff. All
metallurgy, working metal.
Yeah, for sure. We love technology.
Freaking
right?
You know, and that's and the one of the biggest narratives is like they're going to say that we have peace, but we're at war with this one evil one that's going to come. He's the one that locked you in here, and that's going to be Yeshua, Jesus, when he comes back. They have to make the guy coming back
and
as the
enemy. What's interesting is I just got to talking to a group, right? I did not even think this was possible. I know it said it, but I didn't think it was possible. This guy is claiming on TikTok, by the way. His followers are claiming that he is Jesus Christ.
It's not me.
We met him.
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah.
We met him.
So,
he's not Jesus.
Kidding, really?
Not Jesus Christ.
Really?
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we know that.
Yeah.
We know that it's in scripture when they say that I am here, lo, I am not. When he said I am there, lo, I am not. I'm in the desert or whatever, lo, I'm not.
Yeah. And they got all kinds of different things that they use to explain the scriptures when it's really not, right? And I just told them flat out, I said, listen, I think we've diverged from what we're willing to talk about. I'm going to politely excuse myself from this live. But they literally believed that they were walking around with Jesus Christ. So it's here.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, when I came across them and then I shredded them, he didn't know any of the Bible. He knew none of it. Now you're cherry picking. I go, what about this? What about that? X, Y, Z. And he's like, I'm Jesus. You just don't know. I said, no, you don't know. Because you're not Jesus.
You hate
like he didn't know any. He only knew certain sections that he was. Yeah, he says that. It was really weird. But like, people don't even realize that there's different types of lower level demons too. The possessions, right? Yeah, the ones that want you to do evil, but the ones that really, the ones that the people are really getting tricked by are the familiar spirits, the ones that come as like your grandpa or your grandma or your loved one, and those are the ones. Like they don't even have to have you do evil things, like or what we consider evil. They just have to get you to deny the biblical text. Because if you're believing in the Bible and all this, now you want to get into like doing seances and anything else. Now you believe in ghosts, and it just starts to lead you astray.
Okay.
You know?
And that is this, is that if you are not at least on the journey of flat earth right now, in a couple of years from now, if you haven't even touched base with that, you will be absolutely deceived, because the reason I think, and again, I think that they are willing and able to go back to the moon. It's simply because the technology has gotten to the point where you won't be able to tell reality from fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like some of the, we were just talking about today is like doing some artwork and stuff like that. And everything's done with AI now. And in some sense, it's like, I'm like, kudos, because now the little guy can have a fighting chance. But at the same time, everything's so saturated with AI. I'm like, I'm kind of sick of it already.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't look as good. It just doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. And it you can tell when someone puts the human touch on it, because there's creativeness to it, if that makes sense.
Like even on my thumbnails, everybody knows all my thumbnails are done by me. Like I do every single part of them, and I'm the one that does it, and people tell me straight out, yeah, you can just tell. And then somebody's like, why don't you AI them? It's because they won't look as good. It's like an AI songs don't sound as good. What? Is that it right there?
I had somebody that did that for me.
That's funny.
So it makes me look younger.
But yeah, it's like, but I do believe those familiar spirits, when they come in somebody's past, like a grandfather, a grandmother, uncle, or whatever, those are the ones that are very deceptive. Because like I said, they don't have to make you do evil things. It's got to get you to not believe the Bible anymore. That's it. They don't have to have you go and, rob or commit crimes. You don't need to do any of that. All they have to do is get you to not believe what's written. Because if they can get you not to believe certain things that are written, the whole Bible's thrown out. Go ahead. Yep, that's all it takes. Causing doubt.
Yeah, I think one of this don't give it enough credit, but the spirit of fear, I think is one
It's
actually
the biggest
one.
one.
Is actually one of the strongest.
That's how they control us.
Because it is. It's like the
everything.
fear of missing out, the fear of judgment, the fear of losing, the fear.
But what does Psalm 23 tell us?
Yeah, the fear of tomorrow.
The fear of pain.
Psalm 23.
Yeah, because
Fear no evil.
Yeah, because the fear of tomorrow. They're always fear about tomorrow and this and that, what's happening on the other side of the world or across the pond or, everywhere else. They're so fearful of tomorrow that they don't concentrate on today.
Your sowed seed. How deep are you rooted?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Fear is the only way they can really control your mind is fear.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's the easiest way to control somebody. Yes, that's why he is chaos, the deceiver. Hey, Paul, you haven't said anything. You all right, bud? Because he goes into a lot of. We can get into FP. I don't know where else you hear about these aliens and any of your. Because he does prepper and he does constitutional stuff. I don't know if he hears about the aliens there. Paul can't stand the aliens.
If you're a true flat earther and you believe in the Bible, okay, you can't have aliens. They don't exist in Star Wars.
Well, what if they come around from different areas? What if there's like some 1,000 miles away, that we don't know about? Because the GPS only shows us what we're allowed, where we are allowed to go. You don't think there's hidden lands and stuff out there, or what?
There could be outside of firmament. There probably is, but we are not. Outside
the ice wall or the firmament?
There's.
Yes.
But
no, they
wouldn't be aliens, though.
We would be subspecies of them. Yeah, I mean.
Well, maybe. I mean, it doesn't mean.
Yeah, I would say aliens, but I would say they'd be kind of humanoid, or above us or below us, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
A side of different branch, maybe. That's what I said about the Anunnaki, that, they admitted that they weren't their creators. Just like anything else could be potential outside the wall of where we're contained. It could be something different. Doesn't mean that they were the beginning.
Like for me, it's like...
Yeah, that's where I'm at with mine. It's like...
How does that save you?
Where I'm at.
Yeah.
This is where we are.
I really don't care.
And this is the reality we're in.
Yeah, for me, it's like it doesn't stop people from unaliving each other, from 17 to 27 times in Chicago every weekend. It doesn't help the poverty. It doesn't help the wars. It doesn't help the economy. It doesn't help people be better people. Like, all you would do, it's like, I go back to this. And it's funny, but it's sad. People are always like, they could get mad if you're taking space away from, it's space. Why do you care? If they ever allow all these normal people, if that was real, if it was real, space was real, love you, TikTok shop, and they flew to Mars, you're just going to be working on Mars. That's all it means. And whatever you're doing here, you're just gonna do there. If you're a mailman here, you'll be mailman over there on Mars. Like, who cares? You're still gonna have to work. Nothing changes, even if that was real, dude. And I like to joke about this. If you go to one of those planets where they say there's 48 hours in a day, you'd be working 16 hours a day normal. Because now they cut it into thirds, and you work a third of your day on Mars. Whatever you're doing, it's not like everybody goes free.
Your life
go ahead. What'd you say, Paul?
Because
it's still gonna be. It's still gonna be the same. Nobody's gonna go out in space and then live for free. It's just like free energy. Free energy doesn't exist. I laugh. You're always going to pay for it with something. The only difference is instead of paying them for giving you energy built from coal, you're going to get energy built from the ether. They're pulling it from the sky, yes, but here you got to still pay us $200 a month. Either way, you're still going to pay. And then some people were telling me like, well, no, what happens if they just get the whole community and say, if you help us build this contraption, you get free energy.
Right.
All that labor is not free. You're going to spend all your lifetime making this device so that, you know, yeah. Or I compared it to a lease. Yeah, I compared this to a lease. You can lease a car for 36 months. Now, saying 36 months is like 10 grand. If you pay him the whole 10 grand, yes, you're not going to be paying any payments every month, but you're already fronted the 10 grand. Just because you don't have a monthly payment doesn't mean you didn't pay for it. It's so weird. Their mindset is so weird. Like, yes, it's good not to have a monthly payment, but what's the difference if you pay it all up front or pay every month? It's all mental. It's the same thing.
In your guys'
You're still paying 10
the
grand.
most costly thing you would think? Because remember, we started off with shells, and that was something, and we started trading up from there until we got metals and whatnot. But what's the most precious thing to you or any in all time, in your opinion? Just like I'll explain why I asked that.
The love of God.
Joanne said the love of God. Is that what you said, Joanne?
Human effort is the most costly thing because everything comes out of this earth and we place value on that. The only thing we don't place value on is our own effort getting it out of there. That's the most costly thing in my opinion. The only thing that's worth value is our effort.
I don't do good works. God does good works.
So time.
I am his living testimony. I don't.
How do we make a car? How do we make a car? Through our effort, correct? Not through money, because you could throw money at it, you could throw all this stuff at it, but if the humans don't touch it and put effort to it, its value is nothing.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like, people think like, oh, I'm gonna live off grid and then get a homestead. You guys are saying the same thing, by the way. So even if you have a homestead, people think you still can, dude. You know how hard that work is. You got to get up. If you have chickens, you got to get up and feed them, feed the cows, do X, Y, Z, fix fences. Yeah, that's Paul's a homesteader.
When it was 50 below zero, I had to get up, go outside, 54 below zero, feed and water my chickens, make sure they had hay, get packed, get beat up by them because they were all pissed that they were stuck in the coop. I mean, it doesn't matter. And then I had to go in my garage and chop a bunch of ice because it froze again. Make sure the diesel heaters were in there to keep my solar batteries at least warm because they don't function when it's 30 below zero. Those are my most inexpensive battery is like $400. My most expensive battery is like $2,000. I gotta protect my investment. Do I want?
Yes.
Oh God!
How'd you do it? Labor.
Because I had to go outside.
It wasn't easy. So why does everybody think a homestead's going to be easy? Like, what do they think? You just go out there and go, here, chicky, here, and then hey, I'm gonna go on vacation for a week. Well, who's gonna mind your homestead?
Yeah.
Who's gonna feed your chickens? Right. Who's gonna do this?
That's why plantation owners had help.
Yeah. Yes, people don't understand. I'm trying to tell these people. They live in La La. They live in La La Land.
It was still, they needed help. They couldn't do it by themselves. That's why they fought for the help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they needed help. Yes.
We're gonna have chickens, quail, goats, mini Highland cows because they're cute. Because I want the hugs from them.
Because they're useful, but they're cute.
$100 for the half hour to snuggle mini Highland cows. Okay, so to me, it's worth having two, and if it makes enough money, then we'll go to 4.
Take my money.
Take my money.
You know what? It's kind of funny. I know somebody. I know somebody in Ohio that has a homestead, and she specifically cannot help herself with chickens. And she's like, the weirder the chicken looks, the more she wants it.
And that's another thing though. Like, it takes work. See, these people think, like I said, that they think they're just like free energy. No. It's not going to be free. You're going to pay for it. Nothing's free in this world. You have to work for it. Like he said, it's labor. Everything is paid in some type of labor. Like if I don't want to raise chickens like Paul, I have to make something with my labor that he thinks is valuable to give me eggs or chickens.
The barter system,
it's a barter. That's all. You got to do something. You have to do something. There's like these people don't. But they don't. They think it. But they don't think. They don't. But they don't want to do the chickens. Chickens stink. Chickens stink. They don't want that. They just want the meat and eggs.
Chicken with antibiotics and all this and that and the third.
You wish it was only antibiotics.
Yes.
Yeah.
My chickens
but that's what they do.
Life,
but that's
except
it's easy.
For like when they were small, I had to get the starter, and I had to get the little pre-antibiotics so they won't perish. Because they're susceptible to things when they're little, and then you got to watch them. And if you want turkeys, the velociraptors, they like to perish when they're young because they're not hardy birds. They're like fragile little glass or breakable things.
But see, like none of it's easy though.
Yeah, no, it's not.
They think it's gonna be easy.
I've had 21 chickens, and the mistake was that I've had dogs too, and they thought they could free range and get close to them, and so now I have 6 out of the original pack, 27 or so that I have 5 left. And they give me plenty of eggs that I need for me anyway, and
I got like 11 dozen eggs in a refrigerator right now.
I used to get 18 a day.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So how like all right, we're gonna be getting into this tomorrow. We're gonna get into hydroponics and some homestead stuff tomorrow. That's tomorrow's show. But this whole demon thing, we'll get back to these guys. So we go off everything.
Go ahead.
But the demon, huh? Oh yeah. So like Paul was he's always thought about the Earth being flat. He's an engineer. He does long range pewing, mile and a half. So he knows there's no curvature and all that. So he knows now. He's really mad at NASA for lying this whole time. And so then, but he does that extra homesteading and stuff. But when he came to me, I try to tell people that some of the bubbles that we kind of run around on this FE, and when I go outside, I'm in all kinds of bubbles because that's how I learned the truth of all things, right? Is to try to go everywhere. I try to tell them, they're like, yeah, everybody gets led to God. And I try to tell them it's like 70% of people that are FE
what the hell do
not believe in God. Can you believe that? Look at his face. Look at his face. Tell him, Paul. They believe in aliens.
No. Yes, I know.
Don't they, Paul? Paul, don't they?
I'm a flat earther, but I believe in aliens. So if we got this bubble, how the hell do we got Martians? You're like, what do you mean? Well, I don't care. Martians, Ewoks. I really don't give a shit. It's all the same. I mean, it's.
He's when I brought that up to people, they got so mad at me. Then Paul goes, he's right. I try to go on different FE places, and they start talking about aliens and that there's different like bubbles on this thing. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and that's what they believe in. Different dimensions. Each dimension goes a different bubble, but then who made the aliens? You start asking them that, and they get mad. Well, somewhere there's a God way back then. Why do you kick it down the road?
Absolutely. Hey, the point that I was going to say, was this. Did anybody ever hear how about they're coming out of the water? They're not coming out of space. They're coming out of the water or whatever. You heard that yet? Okay. Let's go to scripture.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's go back to scripture.
10 years.
Where did Jesus cast those demons?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Then the pigs in the water, they drown.
That with that if we are enclosed, right? And they never left, right? And these aliens right? They seen them coming out of water or whatever. That connects the fact that they were casted into the sea, and two, that's their origination. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, the shield too, right? Like, so
It's like-
shield
it's
is
like,
belief.
eh,
That's which is underneath the
for me,
water.
it's not
So, like-
it's not strong, but it's possible.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll give it profitable.
yeah.
No,
but
no,
they're,
that's
but they're
what
still
I'm
not
saying. They're
aliens.
They got casted into the sea, and they come out of the sea.
Yeah,
Who
to
are they?
them, yes.
Right,
Right. They
that's
still
not
think
what I
they're
think.
aliens. They're
I
so
think they were
weird.
demons
It's like,
cast
what are you
in-
talking about? Yeah. Yeah, but why do they? It's so weird that they want to change them into aliens so quick.
Because we live
Like they
in a
can't see them for who they
society
are. Like just
where
demonic.
Their imagination is real, and their feelings are fake.
Exactly, right here. Yep, they're right there. They're,
I get that.
They're
That's
connecting
true.
that the abyss and aliens are actually the demons, and that's who I can't see the name. Sens Tier Priat or something.
Yeah, I'm up here.
Yeah, he's from the Philippines. Yeah, he's from the
I'm not
he's
the
from the
only one
Philippines.
that heard that story. I'm just correlating the two, the Bible scripture and the fact that these so-called aliens are known to come out of the sea. Even in the story of Columbus, right? They saw lights in the water, whatever, guiding them.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think the aliens are aliens, or do you think
I
they're
believe there's no
demonic?
aliens. That the fact that the same thing that was casted into the abyss is what they're talking about. They're just branding it aliens.
Okay, now
What were we saying, Paul?
here's a because I live in Wisconsin. I live on the Great Lakes. I do a lot of lighthouses, maritime, a lot of water stories. What was said when Columbus saw certain stingrays during mating season give off a fluorescent color at night in a so
Yes.
and
Yes.
stingrays are
Yes.
are quite big. I mean, full grown ones that do this fluorescent stuff during mating season. I believe it is.
Yes.
Now, because if you get the book, which I'll go get. Hold on here.
He's a book reader too.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to do our spiel and send everybody off.
Oh yeah, we can.
Okay. So real quick. All right. So while he goes and gets his book, everybody from TikTok, stay right there. Everybody that's joined us on all the other live streams, thank you so much. Don't forget to put any more questions, comments, concerns in the chat anytime you are watching our show, and we will add them to it, obviously. We want to go to theflatouttruth.com, where you find truth in all things. Join that. We have a free curiosity community and soon a premium paid Sapphire community. Where we'll share all of things. He has over 10,000 articles.
No, 2,000.
2,000
I
articles.
wish I had 10,000. That's a lot.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
It took, me,
2,000
it took me a
articles.
year to do 2,000. Now you want 10? Give me another 5 years.
Next goal. So check that out. Make sure to join, and don't forget to check out jjsgarden.com for all your happy, healthy needs.
Yes.
Homegrown, happy, healthy needs. I'm going to keep adding H's to that. Promo code TFOT. And last but not least, check us out Wednesdays. Last Wednesdays of every month, we're going to have Ask Vika Anything, where he will, the flat truth in him will ask us anything.
Yeah. Now, if you guys don't know who Vika is, you guys got to check out his documentaries like Flatten the Curve or The Mechanical Realm on the YT. Great documentaries. They fly by. You swear it's 40 minutes and it's like an hour and 40 minutes. So like they do go cruising. They're very. We have a lot of we have a couple of people. We got one for sure that's coming on from the documentary. He's coming on as a guest.
Yes.
Our guest is now. We're getting booked up, man. We have 2 months booked already.
Yes.
For guest speakers. So that's pretty good. So 2 months of guest speakers. But anyway, everybody else.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
I want to say something. Just real quick. Chelsey, I have some books to share with you, but it is PDF copies.
Okay.
I'll send you on Blue Up. I'll send you in the Blue Up.
You can send us to info@theflatouttruth.com. You can go there if you want.
I didn't. Put that in the comment. Put that in the comment too.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. We'll just give us 30 seconds. Everybody stay here.
Yep.
And we're just signing off from some of these other things real quick. But everybody else stay here on TikTok. Everybody from everywhere else come back to here to TikTok. We'll be back on TikTok. 30 seconds, right?
Yes, you got it.
All right. Thank you for joining me and Chelsey. I'm Paulino B Michael.
I'm Chelsey B Michael.
As always, be safe.
Be well.
And that's the flat out truth.